Tunes of God Squad. Good night in the chat. Hope you're doing amazing today, bro. All right, friends. We're going to talk. We're going to have some real talk right now. Hashtag real talks in the chat. So, when I first started streaming, I had a really big intent of growing a community of people that loved the game together, that loved to be together, that cared about one another. And I've tried to do that intentionally ever since the moment I stream. I love to tell people how much God loves them, and I love to do it. And of course, the main purpose of my stream is not to have fun, it's not entertainment, it's to do ministry. God gave me a vision to come on Twitch and gave me a vision to share God's love with gamers all over the world who don't get to hear that literally anywhere else. And ministry will always be the number one reason, motivation behind why I stream. But there is something very, very important that will either give me opportunities or hinder me from opportunities to be able to do what is my main purpose, which is ministry. And some of you guys know that for the past year, I have been playing RuneScape on my stream. And one of the reasons we started playing RuneScape, to be honest, it was a joke. I do actually love RuneScape, and I started playing RuneScape when I was, I think, 12. I was 12 years old, 14 years ago. A few months after the game came out. The game came out in March 2004. How old am I? 12. I was 12, so 14 years ago. So 2003. I started playing in May of 2003. Very, very short after it came out. And someone one day in stream was like, hey, you should play some RuneScape. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's play tomorrow. You know what? Come back tomorrow, play some RuneScape for fun. And at that time, I was averaging maybe 20, 25, 30 on a good day. And I played RuneScape. And within the first, I think, 3 days of the stream, I was averaging about 500 people. Some of you guys weren't even here to see this. I was averaging like 500 people. And it was just like what happened? What happened? Within a first week, I was like, guys, at that point, I had been playing Halo. My first year of my stream, Halo was my first game. And I knew that it was time to change my game because Halo was dying. And I'll explain some other reasons in a minute why it was also time to change my game. Halo was dying, and I had a switch. And I was like, okay, maybe RuneScape is a new game to play. When you go from averaging 20 viewers to 500 viewers, I think it's a good game to switch to. You feel me? And so I started playing, and started averaging about 500 viewers. And shortly after that, we were having a lot of fun. We were creating the game. Shortly after that, the viewer count started to really stabilize. At first, it was just, wait, there's a pastor in the RuneScape community, and everyone was hearing about it. Everyone knew about it. And, you know, after a while, that hype of, oh, there's a pastor. Is there really a guy who talks about God while playing RuneScape? After a while, that hype began to die down. Started averaging 300, 200, 100 viewers. But no matter what, I stuck with the game because, one, it really is a huge amount of nostalgia for me. I do enjoy the game. But for me, it allowed me, like I said, the main purpose of my game is to do ministry. Main purpose of my stream is to do ministry. And RuneScape is so slow-paced and so chill that honestly, I can focus on every single one of you. I can focus on all 55 people of you and talking to you, hanging out with you, praying for you, encouraging you, laughing with you, whatever it may be. And really, RuneScape was so slow-paced that it's almost like I'm talking and playing a video game in the background. And I really, really, really loved that. I loved it so much. And we played RuneScape for about a year. We did RuneScape Church, and that was a lot of fun. We went to RuneFest. Over that year, we had some great successes. We became a mod in about 75% of the largest RuneScape streamers in the world. I became personal friends with some of them. I've got some of their numbers on my phone, and we text and talk. And they come to me as their pastor, and I pray for them. Huge, huge, huge honor of some of the opportunities and blessings we've had in the RuneScape community. I love the game. I love the community. But my big announcement that I wanted to bring to every single one of you today is that I will be transitioning the main game of my stream from RuneScape to World of Warcraft. I will be playing World of Warcraft as my new main game on stream. My new main game will no longer be RuneScape. It will be World of Warcraft. And I know that that is a big, for some of you, you're like, Susie, this was the big announcement. It's not really a big deal. It's just a game that you play. And I will say this, that maybe it wasn't a big deal to you. It was a big deal to me. And here's why. Because I know that RuneScape is a very, very loyal community. And I knew that when I made this decision that I was going to lose a lot of RuneScape followers, and I was going to lose a lot of relationships that, not lose the relationships, but I was going to miss out on the relationships of those people that I play with. If you guys are heading out, if you want to stay a few minutes longer, I am going to list 10 reasons why I made this decision. If you want to stick around for that, I've got 10 reasons why I'm going to play World of Warcraft. I've put a lot of thought into this, a lot of thought and prayer into this. And the reason I didn't want to do that for so long was because, I mean, I was becoming mods in the biggest RuneScape streamers in the world. I would go into their chat. Everyone knew my name. I went to RuneFest. All these guys were hugging me. Like, the guy who won, his name's Foe. He won RuneScape Streamer 2017. On the stage, he shouted me out and told the whole world that he watches my stream. So I'm stuck with these amazing, amazing opportunities, and I'm stuck with this dichotomy of I'm just at a stage right now in my stream where RuneScape I don't feel fits the direction that I want to have for my stream. It's not that I don't like the game. I do actually love RuneScape. RuneScape, actually, I have to give all credit to RuneScape that got me into hardcore gaming. I love it. It taught me how to grind. It taught me how to set goals. Taught me how to, do, hours and hours a day of really grinding. And to be honest, this has been a big decision for me that I've been, if I can be real honest with you, that I've been wrestling with for a long time. Like I said, it doesn't seem like maybe not a big deal for you. It seems like a big deal for me. And I know even Katsumoto, hey, he changes his game every 2 months. And here's why that I was doing that. The past year of my stream has been very inconsistent because I've been wrestling with this RuneScape, RuneScape. Because it was just, honestly, there was just a big part of me that really wanted to move to a new direction, but I just wasn't pulling the trigger. And we've made a lot of mistakes over the past year. We've had a lot of successes over the past year, obviously, but we've made some mistakes and we're learning from them and we're growing from them, right? It's, when you're essentially the world's first gamer pastor, there's no one you can ask for advice. I'm the one writing the book, So we're making mistakes along the way, but here's the reality. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And here's the reality. I don't believe that the past year has been a loss. I mean, to God be the glory. We've literally met over 100,000 people over the past year. And I don't count that as a loss, but I count it as a learning experience. I think we did well, but I think we could have done better. And the reason it's been inconsistent for so long was because I was wrestling with that. Well, I want to play a different game, but how can I just say no to this game? And the reality is, like I said, the main point of my stream is to minister to reach and love people. But what been learning recently, that the game that I play and my just hype and excitement while I'm playing the game, not that having fun is the main purpose, but it will hinder me or give me opportunity to do ministry, because people can tell if I'm loving the game, if I'm having fun, or if I'm good at the game. They can tell. And to be honest, I love the RuneScape community, but I want to take my stream in a new direction. It's time to go to the next level, and I'm going to give you 10 reasons why I'm switching to World of Warcraft. If you're here today and you're one of my RuneScape viewers, I'll be honest, this was actually a really, really hard decision for me to make, and that's why it's taken me, over 6 months to 8 months to make, because my heart, it doesn't want to leave the RuneScape community. I love the RuneScape community so much, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I'm not leaving the community, but I am leaving the game. And so, I got 10 top reasons why I am going to play World of Warcraft. Reason number 1 is very simple. I don't want to play RuneScape anymore, okay? I think it's time we just came out and said it. I love RuneScape. It was my favorite childhood game, but I'm in a different stage of life now. I like action-packed games. I like great graphics. I like I just I love to kill people in the games and have action and fast pace and momentum. And it's not you, it's me. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'll be just 100% honest with you. And this is something that I'm learning from now on. If you don't want to play a game on stream, just don't. Even if it's a good opportunity to get viewers, people can tell that you just don't want to play. People can tell by your excitement. People can tell by your energy. And because of that, people will leave the stream, and it'll hinder me from doing my main purpose, which is to reach people. Reason number one, to be honest, I'm just ready for a new game. I'm ready for a new game. It's one of the smaller reasons, but it is indeed a reason. Reason number two, opportunity for community and guilds. If you guys do not know, there is something in World of Warcraft called a guild system, and I can actually in a second pop that up on the screen for you. But you can have up to 1,000 people on the stream. Just NVC, man, thanks so much for being here, bro. Appreciate it. You can have up to 1,000 people in a guild. You can have guild leaders and ranks. You can have guilds, and there's a guild calendar that you can set up events so everyone knows what you're doing and when you're doing it. And there's just tons of achievements you can do. And when you get an achievement, everyone knows that you got the achievement. Check it out. There's literally, why isn't WoW showing up? I got it, 1 second. Literally, there's an achievement system for guilds. Your guild has a level, right? You get reputation with your level. But then your guild has a total level. Right now, wait, did they take that level system out? They might have. But you can get mounts because of your guild. You can have a message of the day for your guild. Look how many people are in our guild on right now. And I hadn't even made my decision to play the game yet. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people on in the guild. 5-man groups. PvE, PvP. One of the things I love about community. Here's Silent Headshot, literally right in front of me. We are in front of each other, and he's about to dance. Look at him. He's throwing a heart at me. I love this social interaction in the game. Opportunities for community, opportunities for guilds to accomplish things together. I want to show you something just absolutely sick real quick. Let me go on Google. In terms of community, guild world firsts. Check this out. I'm going to show you an image. Like guilds, when they do bosses for the first time, it's like a tradition, right? You kill the boss and everyone stands in front of the boss and you take a picture. I mean, look at that. They've all got the same guild name. I know it's in like Japanese, so you can't read it. But, I mean, just look at this. It's like tradition. Some of these are old school, dude. Like, look how amazing. Like, this is what I want. Like, this right here. This idea of community. I want it. I want this idea for community. And we got to have it. We got to have it. The idea of guilds and the opportunity for community is it's just incredible. And it's something that I want. Reason number 3. There are a ton of people that are going to start. It's very similar to the community one I just mentioned, but there are a ton of people in my viewer base, in my stream, that are going to start playing the game simply because I am going to start playing it. We took this whole week, ever since last Wednesday to today, we took a full 7 days, 6 days of streaming, and experimented with World of Warcraft, and I have had probably 2 to maybe 3 dozen people that have said, if you start playing WoW, I will start playing WoW. Either I'm going to come back to the game or I'm going to play it for the first time in my life just because you're playing it. And for me, that is super humbling, and for me, that just shows an instant amount of success and growth in our community, and I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be really, really great, really great. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to. People playing with me. I'll be honest, I don't really know if there was anyone that was like, oh, you play RuneScape? I'm going to start playing RuneScape too, just because you do. And even my wife was like, there was no one that really started playing RuneScape because you played, but these were the people. Like for World of Warcraft, there's been mad people who are like, I'll start playing. So reason number 4 is we can grow the community so much and actually get our people to play together. Right now, I have viewers that are willing to watch my stream together, but World of Warcraft will cause our viewers to actually play together, and that's something that I really, really want. Reason number 4. I've been playing World of Warcraft for so long, and I excelled to a really, really high level of the game to where I know a lot about World of Warcraft. When viewers come into a stream, they want to know, does the streamer know a lot about the game. Why? Because most viewers, they come into the game and they expect the person they're watching to be better than them and have something to offer them. A lot of Twitch is very similar to World of Warcraft. I'm sorry, is similar to YouTube, where you go on YouTube and you watch a guide and you learn about the game. A lot of Twitch is very similar to that. And I'll be honest, when it came to RuneScape, I just don't know a lot about the game, and I was a really big noob. I'm just gonna be, and fine. You guys were like, finally he said it. Oh my goodness. When it comes to World of Warcraft, I have a lot to catch up on, but I know a lot of the history of the game. I've got achievements that take me back to the very beginning of the game. I have beaten some of the hardest bosses in the game on the hardest difficulty that put me in a very small percentage of people in the world that have ever killed those bosses. I've been around the game so long that I can teach a lot of this game. I can relate to a lot of the hardcore. Essentially, I'm a World of Warcraft veteran because I've done so much in the game that a lot of people haven't. Not that I'm the best player in the world, but I've done so much and I've learned so much that while I'm streaming, I can talk about the game. When I was streaming RuneScape, I found I was trying to find so many other things to talk about. But when you're playing a game, a lot of times people just want to talk about the game that you're playing. Like when World of Warcraft communities come in, like they want to talk about World of Warcraft. And I can do that. I can actually talk for hours about World of Warcraft. And honestly, it gets me excited. Like talking about WoW gets me excited. I love the RuneScape community, but I just don't feel that way about the game anymore. And the longer that I keep denying that, I believe the longer the stream community is gonna suffer. I could talk about the game, I can teach the game, I can help people play the game. That was not something that I could do for RuneScape. So reason number 4 is that I know a lot and I can talk a lot. Reason number 5 is that I'm actually good at this game. I know a lot of you guys are used to watching me potato on my stream, but there are 2 games that I spent literally like 7-8 years playing hardcore every day, and that's Halo. And if you guys even just last week watched me play Halo, I'm a really high level Halo player. Okay, I've been playing the game so long that like if I wasn't that good at it, like we'd have a problem. Okay. And you guys are used to watching the Pastor Potato, right? It's kind of a theme in my stream. But with World of Warcraft, I'm actually really good at the game. I got to get back into it, got to relearn some of the ropes. But when you guys will see very quickly that I actually I'm good at the game. I'm good at the game. And when I played RuneScape, I sucked. I mean, everybody knew that I sucked. And you just lose respect. Nobody wants to watch you suck at a game. And I have a lot to offer my viewers as a RuneScape player because I know how to play it. I know how to play it well. And an advantage that I have is most people are either good at PvE or PvP. I actually am pretty good at both. I'm better at PvE because I didn't do much of PvP, but I just picked it up quick. I'm good at the game. I'm not the best. I can excel a lot, but what this is, it's an advantage over RuneScape. I sucked at RuneScape. I'm really good at World of Warcraft, so it's a big deal. Both of those lean into reason number 6, chat interaction. Because I know so much about the game, and because I'm actually pretty good at the game, it allows me to do a lot more chat interaction. Even though the past few days, people have been saying, Pastor Susie, I've noticed you are, like, your chat interaction has actually increased since you started playing RuneScape. And here's why. For anything that you do that you're really good at, it requires less effort, less thought. For example, if you play guitar, right? Anything, play guitar, play a sport, whatever it is, the first time you played that song in the guitar, I mean, you were try-harding. Oh my goodness, don't mess up the chord. Where'd my fingers go? Ugh. And you're using like 100% of your brain power that like you can't do anything else. You're just focusing on the guitar. When I played RuneScape, that's how I felt. Because I was like, where is stuff? I suck at this game. I don't know what I'm doing. And it required a lot of my brain power because I didn't know what I was doing. It was a little bit harder for me to talk to the chat. Some of you guys were watching me play World of Warcraft today, and I was doing really well in the game while having full-blown conversations. Because the better you get at playing that guitar, you could play that same G chord without even thinking about it. First time you threw a football, it was hard. 10 years later, like you could throw a football in your sleep. And because the game requires less effort of me now, I can really focus on chat. I can talk to the chat about the game like I mentioned. And I feel like my energy and my chat interaction will actually really go up. Reason number 7. This one's actually pretty important. This is actually a pretty big one. One of the advantages that I have and that kind of differentiates me from most other streamers on Twitch, is that as a streamer, you're really only getting followers while you're live, right? So, for example, let's take a typical RuneScape or a typical World of Warcraft streamer. Those streamers are really only getting followers by people that accidentally click on their stream, or they like the title, the clickbait, whatever, they hear about them on YouTube, whatever it may be. That's really the only way for a RuneScape streamer, or really any streamer, to get new followers, is that people who come into their stream. It's a little bit different from me. I do get viewers and followers that way. A lot of you have followed my stream via that way, and I'm super grateful for the follow. Appreciate you being in the community. But God's blessed me to where I do a lot of traveling. I'm invited to college campuses to speak, churches, all this kind of stuff. I meet a lot of people in real life. I'm going to California tomorrow to start some different processes out there. And I do a lot of traveling because of my position as a gamer pastor. A lot of churches are interested. They invite me. Long story short, I meet a lot of people outside the stream who follow my stream, not because they stumbled across my stream live and were like, oh, you play World of Warcraft? Me too. Or you play RuneScape? Me too. I'm going to watch you. They follow me because they met me in real life, and they just want to follow me as an individual, which is super humbling. But when you are getting someone who doesn't know what your stream is like in for the first time, it is a lot more enjoyable for that person to watch a game like World of Warcraft than it is to watch RuneScape. And I do love RuneScape, but of course everyone knows that RuneScape's graphics are they're not the best, and the game is very, very slow paced. Literally, one of the things in the game is you literally stand in front of a tree and you cut it. Now, that just happens to be my favorite skill, but for an outside viewer who comes in for the first time, they heard me speak, they met me in real life, they're not going to want to watch me play RuneScape. But the chances of them watching World of Warcraft, which is a much more colorful, visually appealing, action-packed kind of game, it really is an opportunity for me to retain those kind of people that I meet on the outside. I meet a lot of people on the outside who have literally told me, oh, bro, I checked out your stream, man. You know, I'm not really into like that RuneScape or whatever you were playing, but I wish you the best, man. God bless. And I lose a lot of retention that way because they just don't want to watch RuneScape. Especially as someone who is a little bit of a variety. I do like to play new games when they come out. I do love to play H1Z1. I can get an H1Z1 player to watch World of Warcraft more than I can get him to watch me play RuneScape, because it's just visually more appealing. Do me a favor, put a 7 in the chat if you'd rather watch World of Warcraft than watch RuneScape because you think it's more visually appealing. Or put a 2 in the chat if you think RuneScape is more visually appealing to watch. Not asking you if you want to watch it, if it's more visually appealing to watch. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. RuneScape looks cool. It's exciting. I mean, I can dance. I mean, look at this. It doesn't matter if you don't play video games. Like, this dragon is sick. Like, I'm flying on a dragon. Like, this just looks legit. It doesn't even matter what games you play. Like, this thing is just... Guys, I'm gonna... Bro. It's factual. You can't even... You can't. In terms of visual appealing and getting people... Look, that guy just did like a swirl in the air, dude. It's just... In terms of visual appeal and getting people who just want to follow my stream but don't like RuneScape, this is going to be a much more visually appealing game for them to watch. I do love RuneScape, but it's no competition. Reason number 8. This is actually another big one. I'm going to try to bring you guys on board and help you explain what I mean. As a streamer, I've tried to be very strategic about everything that I do, and this might actually be a tip for some of you that want to start streaming. Here would be my advice to you, and something that I've tried to be very strategic about since I first started. When I first started streaming, I mained my first main game I ever played for the first year was Halo. It wasn't Halo 5 back then. It wasn't Halo 5. It was Halo Master Chief Collection, but it was a small community, right? There's only 800 people totally watching the entire game, and you know, as you can tell right here, it's small. where I mean, I'd be right here. I'd be number 3, right? But back then I was like here, starting, 4 or 5 viewers. And you get some of that, it's a smaller game. You have more chances of being seen, more chances of meeting the community. It's not a huge game. What I'm explaining by is that I was in a smaller community, which means I got to meet almost every single Halo streamer, almost every single, after that year, it was hard. It became harder and harder to run into Halo viewers who had not already heard or watched that there was a pastor playing Halo. I had made my way through the community. People knew who I was. They had already made a decision on I like you or I don't like you. And at that point, it was time to move on to a new and bigger game. It was time to essentially climb the ladder, right? So I did. I climbed from Halo up the list, and I climbed to RuneScape. A little bit of a bigger community, a little bit of a medium-sized kind of game, right? Where I was, way at the bottom, down with 20, 30 views. Climbed, kind of made my way. Now I'm mods in, to be honest, most of these people's streamers. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the biggest streamers right now. I'm modding those channels. Most of them sub to my channel. I have some of their phone numbers. We connect friendships with these guys. It's getting harder and harder to reach the point where in the RuneScape community, most people have not already heard that there's a pastor playing RuneScape, and they've already made it their decision whether they like me or they don't like me, or they're gonna watch me, or they're not gonna watch me. And I've spent a year and I've been very intentional, and I think we've done a lot of work in the RuneScape community. But now it's time to go to the next level. It's time again to climb that ladder and continue to make our way up with the end goal of being, one of the top streamers on Twitch. Little by little. And now it's time to play World of Warcraft, where, we're going to be a little bit further down, but there's more streamers. Essentially, we're starting over. We're going to meet all these people, hang out on their chats, get mod status in some of their streams, reach the place. We're gonna be really intentional about hosting people now, because now every time we host, you guys remember I used to do this in the RuneScape community. I would host people and we had to copy and paste a message. Hey, I'm a pastor in the gaming community. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you. I would go in and I would dono and send a message, and we gotta start all over. But essentially, what we're doing now is we're gonna go. You can see RuneScape, but we are gonna climb the ladder, and that's the goal, guys. We always want to keep on climbing and always going to the next level. That was reason number 8. 2 more reason, and then we're gonna get into some gameplay. Reason number 9. Now, for some of you, after I say what I'm about to say, you're gonna say, I don't even care what reason number 10. I don't even care. Why did you even waste your time telling us reasons 1 through 8? Because reason number 9, it's just GG. Like, we're convinced. You're convinced. I'm going to say something to you right now that some of you may get very excited about. Reason number 9, reason number 9 of why I am going to be playing World of Warcraft as a main game of my stream. Because my wife Amanda will be playing with me. My wife has created her accounts and had made a decision today that she actually really loved the game and wants to play with me both on stream, both off stream, and hanging out a night on stream when we do. I know you guys are gonna get hyped. I know, I love it. For things, the Seth Plays is convinced. It worked. She will play with me. She'll game with me on stream, game with me off stream a little bit if we want. It can be a bonding thing for us. She really loved the game and she wants to keep on playing it. And I know that that'll provide amazing content for you. I know it'll be a very, very unique thing in the Twitch community. I know there's Bajira and his wife Jenny that they play together, but I think that we can make our relationship very unique on Twitch. It'll give me another edge that most people do not do on stream. They do not play with their wives. I can put both of us on the screen at a very high quality level. We both have the same microphone. We can do it really, really top notch. My wife is really funny. It's just going to be, I think it'll be great content. And I think it will be another reason that you'll enjoy, and another reason that'll bring more people into the stream. And that I think it'll just be a very, very positive win for the stream. I asked my wife 100,000 times, honey, if you played RuneScape on stream, oh my goodness, people would love it. She refused. She just refused. She just did not want to play RuneScape. She actually wouldn't even watch me when I played RuneScape. She wouldn't even watch my stream. And my wife has committed today that not just because I asked her, she wants to play World of Warcraft. And I think you guys will really enjoy that. And I think people will love it. Ladies and gentlemen, the last reason, a pretty simple one, but reason number 10. I love it. I love World of Warcraft. When I play World of Warcraft, I get excited, I'm energetic, I'm laughing, I'm having a good time. And not that the main point of my stream is to have fun. My main point of my stream, like I said, is to reach people. But the more energetic, the more hyped, the more animated, the more fun that you guys can genuinely tell that I'm having, it just draws people. It just draws people, which then gives me an opportunity to give them the good news of Jesus Christ and his love for gamers. When RuneScape people would watch me play RuneScape and they could tell that I did not want to be playing, they would go, dude, you don't like my game? Then I don't like you. Like, they're super loyal, and I respect that so much. But if they can tell that you don't want to play their game, they won't want to watch you. And I have a common interest with the people that come into my stream to play World of Warcraft, because right off the bat, we build rapport. We have a connection already. We have something in common. You love World of Warcraft. I love World of Warcraft. Let's talk about it in chat. Get on my friends list. Let's play together. There's a new level of excitement and a new level of hype as to why, they want to stay in the stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, I love the game, and I have learned a very valuable lesson over the past year. We've made mistakes. We've learned from them. Like I said, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. I would not ever in a million years call the last year of my stream playing RuneScape a losing experience. Never, 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 never. I would say it was a learning experience. I think it was a great community. I love it. I love the community. But I think it's time for a change. I think it's time to take it to the next level. I think it's time to play World of Warcraft. Those are my top 10 reasons. Now, some of you guys might have some question and answers. Let me answer a few of those. First of all, first question that I think you guys are going to want to know. So are you totally quitting RuneScape? Like, never playing it again? Like, am I never going to see it on stream? And my answer to that would be no. I'm actually not going to be completely quitting RuneScape, but I am going to be transitioning to making World of Warcraft the main game. You're going to see World of Warcraft probably 75% of the time on my stream. In terms of RuneScape, I'm only going to be playing the game a small amount, and I'm only going to be doing it in one area. I'm only going to be PKing. You know what PKing is? It's pretty much PvP. You go 1v1, you kill each other, best man wins. You take all of their armor and money, and you keep on going. That I actually really, really, really enjoy. I will be doing that a small amount in stream. I've spent a lot of time building relationships with people in RuneScape, and I don't want to lose that. I don't want to just disappear from the RuneScape community. I have not fully decided if I'm going to keep doing that long term or if I'm going to slowly fade myself out. I don't want to just disappear, but I might fade myself out in terms of streaming, or I might keep doing that long term depending on how much I like it, depending on how much you like it. RuneScape will no longer be the main game I stream, but I am not totally quitting it either. You will see still a very small amount of RuneScape on my stream. Susie, what about all the relationships that you built? Are you just going to abandon those people? Are you just going to forget all the streamers that you are a mod in their chat? Are you just going to forget all the people that you met at RuneFest? Absolutely not. First, it's my prayer that all the people that have started following my stream that I've been able to encourage to be a part of their lives. It's obviously my prayer that you still keep watching the stream. But of course, I do understand that RuneScape is very, very loyal, and they do not watch anything other than RuneScape. And because of that, I'm going to be very intentional that while I'm not streaming, to be hanging out in the chats, talking to the chats, fulfilling my role as a mod in those chats, still reaching out to the streamers that I've got their numbers and messaging them, whatever. Going to be very intentional off stream to watch their streams and continue to maintain those relationships that I've built, because they are very precious to me, and I do not want to just abandon people, because people matter most. RuneFest 2018. I will say that I would love to go. Really, it's going to be a financial thing. I think I would love to go to RuneFest again. I really, really would. I'd love to meet the people. To be honest, RuneFest probably has my favorite community I've ever met in my life. The people were so nice. All the RuneScape streamers like the famous people, ran off stage and hugged me. My mind was blown. I had lunch with them, talked with. It blew my mind, and I would love to go again next year. It's just going to come down to a financial thing. Can I actually go to RuneFest again? Because now, if I'm going to invest the next year of my life into World of Warcraft, I'd like to go to BlizzCon. I'd also like to go to TwitchCon. So, going to 3 conventions in 1 year. If I'm a World of Warcraft streamer, but I don't go to BlizzCon, I go to RuneFest instead. It's a little tricky, you know what I mean? I'd love to go to RuneFest. If I can afford it, then I will. But I really wanted to be able to go to TwitchCon next year. I would most likely go to BlizzCon first, because that's probably where I would, if I'm a WoW streamer, I feel like going to BlizzCon might make the most sense. So RuneFest, I'd love to go. It's just going to come down to a financial thing. A few more things that you guys are going to want to know. Will you only be playing World of Warcraft? No. I really like the idea of being a variety streamer. I like to play new games as they come out, as they release. I love to play shooters. You're still going to see some H1Z1, still grinding, still having some fun playing that. I love to shoot people in the face. I love it. Right when Halo 6 comes out in the way future, I'm going to be playing the crap out of that, right? I, as a streamer, do not want to lock myself into one game, and the reason is, one, I want the freedom to be able to move around and not lose all of my viewers. When you are a single game streamer and you change your game, you will lose 90% of your viewers. It is just fact. It's just the way it works. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to build my viewer base based on a game. I want to build a viewer base based on their community and obviously people's willingness to follow me as a streamer, no matter what I'm playing. You're still going to see some shooters. While you're going to see the most, because when I love it, it does take a lot of time. But I'm still going to be playing shooters, new releases when they come out, different games that maybe you guys request, things like that. So it will not be the only game you see on stream, but it'll be the game that you probably see the most on stream. If I could give you a number, you're probably going to see 75% WoW. We'll say 70% WoW, 27% H1Z1, 3% RuneScape. If I were to break down a real simple number for you. My next 2 questions that I think you guys will ask, and it's so funny because you guys are now asking it in the chat. Will you still be doing RuneScape Church? So, let me break it down for you guys. The answer is no, but I'm going to do this in the best way that I can. So I will no longer be doing RuneScape Church, but again, like I said, I do not want to just disappear. I'd like to fade myself out. So what I will be doing is I will be doing RuneScape Church next week. I'm getting back from California Tuesday morning, and I will be doing RuneScape Church that night, and I will be sharing a message, essentially a farewell, letting the community know how much I love them, explain to them a little bit more of what I'm explaining to you, and we will have our final RuneScape Church service this coming Tuesday night. And then the following Tuesday night after that, there will be no church on stream at all, in terms of my personal stream for like RuneScape Church, because next Tuesday night is our that's our subscriber appreciation night. If you guys put an exclamation point appreciation in the chat, you'll see those. So the way the next 3 Tuesdays are going to work. Next Tuesday, there'll be our final farewell RuneScape Church, where I let everyone know what's going on. I'll probably put this video on YouTube just so everyone knows. That'll be next Tuesday. The following Tuesday will be my sub appreciation. Monday is viewer, Tuesday is sub, Wednesday is mod appreciation. And then the following Tuesday, on the 27th, will be the first time that I will ever do World of Warcraft Church. Yes, to answer the last question that I have written down for you all is, if you're no longer doing RuneScape Church, will you be doing World of Warcraft Church? And the answer is yes. I will be doing World of Warcraft Church every week at the same time, still at 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll be pretty much the same. We'll come on. My wife is going to be doing worship for us, singing and doing some worship for us. I will be giving a short message that now, instead of being a little bit more RuneScape related, will be World of Warcraft related. And then we will do just like we did on RuneScape Church, where people came on and we just gamed together, we played RuneScape together. Now we will be playing World of Warcraft together. We can do raids. We can do 5-man dungeons. We can do battlegrounds. My wife is gonna play with us on Tuesday nights, literally on stream after. Because what we do RuneScape Church and we play together. Now we're gonna do WoW Church and play together. And then it just goes back into that opportunity for community. So Tuesday nights will just be a WoW night. Like if you guys like put it in your schedule, come to WoW Church and then get on Discord and hang out. Let's have an absolute blast. So I will be changing RuneScape Church to World of Warcraft Church, but it will not start until the 27th of this month, November. So pretty much the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. But there will be one last RuneScape Church next weekend, next Tuesday, where I will say my farewell, and I will say some of these reasons, and I will do my fading out and my departure to the RuneScape community. I do appreciate every single one of you that have been encouraging me towards making the right decision. I really appreciate you as a community, and here's why. Because you guys were not pushing me to make this decision. You were pushing me to make whatever I felt was the right decision. And it really means a lot that a lot of you guys were like, Susie, no matter what decision you make, man, we're behind you 100%. And I hope that I've done my best to kind of explain myself and why I feel like this is the right decision. I prayed about it, talked to my wife a lot about it, and I think these top 10 reasons have kind of shown you a little bit more of why I want to play the game. I'm not just going to play World of Warcraft because I want to. I think those were 10 very intentional strategic reasons. That's why I think that World of Warcraft is going to take our stream to the next level. So what you're going to see from now on is not only just World of Warcraft, but a lot of consistency. Because I'll be honest, guys, I'd wrestle with myself before stream, be like, Susie, you should play RuneScape today. Like, you should play RuneScape. But dude, I don't want to. Okay, we're playing Natural Zealand. Like, that's literally what I would do. And it would bring a lot of inconsistency to my stream. But I love World of Warcraft. Like, I love it. Like, to be honest, like today on stream, like I was like, I can't wait to go live. And then I didn't want to end. And if I could give, Pastor TJ, you're 100% right. If I could give a bonus for why I'm going to play World of Warcraft, because they just announced the new expansion, what's coming out. And they just announced World of Warcraft Vanilla, the original World of Warcraft coming out. They don't have a release date, but when that comes out, if I can stream it, there's huge opportunity for me to get some huge publicity playing that game. It could be a big deal. It could be a really, really, really big deal. But hey, I hope you guys will still be behind me 100%. I want to thank all of you guys who have always believed in me, all of you guys who have always been behind me, and all of you guys that are continuing to support the channel. I do want to apologize to those of you who maybe you're like, Susie, I love you, man, but I'm RuneScape or die, bro. Can I say that I love you? I respect you 100%. If you ever need anything, we are still here for you. We love you. Please don't hesitate to set up a time to chat with me. Always feel free to send me a message. And that although I might not be playing the game anymore, you might not be watching the stream anymore, I still love you. And I hope you know that. And I am hopefully excited to continue building a relationship with you. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's play some World of Warcraft. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I will give you guys another bonus reason. Ever since I started playing World of Warcraft this week,